Hello, tarot friends. Welcome to Tarot Playdate number 46. We have done 45 of these so far. I'm a little mind boggled when I think about it, and I see our ever shrinking deck that we are using. How is everyone doing today? I'm going to say hello to the folks in the room. Let's see here. We had Simon first one in, but I think I saw him later say that he's on the phone. So I don't know if you'll hear my to you, Simon. And then we have Sandra here. Hi, Sandra. Val is here. Corvin. Hi, Corvin. Jamie, hello. Powell's Tarot Tent. Hi. Becca's here. Hello. Pamela Ramsey. Uh-oh, the chat jumped all the way to the bottom. Why? Why do you do this to me? I was just saying hello to Pamela Ramsey. A glorious morning. It's beautiful here in Seattle right now. Let's see. Richard Longman Tarot is here. Hi, Patrice. Hello. Robin. Hi. Jennifer Rebecca is here. Kimberly is here. Hi, Kim. Gigi Nilsson. Is that a new name? Have I seen you before? If I have, welcome back. But if not, if this is your first time, welcome here. Hi, Emily. Let's see, who else we have? We have Gracia T is here. Elle is here. Hi, Elle. Chris, Elemental Cartomancy. Hello, my friend. Elle is saying, gimme, gimme, gimme the Justice card, especially as it's Playdate 46. Ironic for any of you who can put the two numbers together there, or the one number, and piece it together with something else. Let's see here. We have Anne Forte here. Hi, Anne. Oh, it's nice to see you here. Let's see, who else do we have? Elizabeth is here. And John T. Hi, John. Saskia is here. No, don't jump. Why? Why must you? Okay, I think I'm close to the bottom, though. Hi, Naomi. Michelle is here. Hi. Rochelle Amethyst Ascension. Hi, darling. Myrna Taylor is here. Hi, Sean. Good morning. He is also nearby enjoying this beautiful weather here. Let's see. Jackie Jacaranda is here. Hi, Jackie. Oh, thank you, Corvin. Yeah, we got a lot cut off. So when it goes curly again, I don't know where it's gonna land. We will see. Aquarius Owl is here. Hello, Sue is here. Okay, did I get everybody? See Cat, hello. Okay, folks. So I'm gonna close this chat and see if I can keep this other chat open here and see how we do. Really want to try and use the StreamYard chat more, but I feel like such a newbie. Hi, Tammy Pie. Hi, Sarah. Yeah, every once in a while, after I go to the hair salon, I show up looking like this. So, I mean, I feel like it's fair to say that most of us really felt this Ten of Wands this last week. I mean, I'm just saying. Did anybody have this show up for them in any kind of particular way that you want to share before we move on to this week's card? Any thoughts? I felt like the Playdate Facebook group was so active this week with people sharing different versions of and interpretations of this card. So for everybody who did that, thank you. Even if I don't comment on all of them, I really love and appreciate it because I love how it keeps the conversation going. Let's see, Elle's like, what? Very fitting. What can go wrong? It's a new world. Don't ask that question, Richard. Don't do that. Tammy Pie, oh hell yeah, I felt that. Sandra, yes, for sure. Yeah, these were some heavy ones this week. I'm feeling a little tired, not gonna lie. Oak Mama's here. Hello. Uh-oh, you almost caught a cold this week. I feel like it's a lot harder to get sick these days if you're distancing because of COVID, but you know, sometimes we can still manage to get stuff. All right, so are we ready to tackle this week's card, Held to the No, with any more negative ones? You know, Elizabeth, we've tackled all of the fives, just so you know. We've tackled both of the hard tens already. We already had the Tower, right? So we've done a lot of hard work here in Playdate. I'm hoping, though, that we get a good meaty card that we can dive into this week and really get ourselves feeling good about the week to come. Oh, I just realized I forgot to light my incense. So we're going to do that really quick. I need to set the mood, you guys. But in the meantime, if you guys want to think about your questions, as I do every week, I like to gather a list of 5 questions. And if you can pop them in all caps for me so I don't miss them, because I try to get kind of a first come, first serve thing going on. All right, we'll just throw the lighter on the floor. That's fine. And let's see how we do. We got a lot of, I hope so. All right, so does anybody have questions for me? Last week, I didn't have, I wasn't able to take all, I think we even had 6 questions last week because there were so many. So if you asked one last week that we didn't get to and you want to bring it back, that would be great as well. Aw, thank you, T-Cat. Hello. Nice to see you. Oh, Tammy Pie, you're asking a very personal question. We need one that kind of applies to the group. But I'm sorry, I hate to say that, but I want to think of something that's a little bit more broad for all of us, if you don't mind. But maybe we can tackle that later for you. I like that you're thinking about that, though. Okay, so then we have from Emily here. What is important for us to prioritize this week? Keep your questions coming. What is important for us to prioritize this week? And then we have, you know what? I'm going to do something a little different today, actually. I'm going to do something a little fun here. I'm going to type these out. We're going new, we're changing things up again this week. Prioritize. Oh, I'm going to spell it the UK way even. Okay. All right. And then we have from Rochelle, we have how best to navigate this post-election energy this week. All right. So this one was from Emily. And then we have how best to navigate this post-election energy this week. Yeah, because we were feeling it all, regardless of what you wanted. We were all feeling it. Okay, and then I'm flipping back to my chat here. And Jackie asks, how can we move forward from this, or from things that are causing blockages? Is that the right way to interpret that, Jackie? Okay. Oops, let's save that one. I'm actually putting these, I'm saving these so I can pop them back up for us later. So how can we move forward from things that are causing us, I hope it's okay that I added the NG in there, blockages. Block, type Jen, type. From Jackie. And then let's see. Will the world calm down now? Oh, Selkie. We'll ask that question. Yes or no's are always a little bit more challenging, but we've risen to this challenge before. So we'll go ahead and pop that in there. Will the world calm down now? Selkie. All right. I think I need one more. Oh, Corbin, did I miss a question from you at some point? Or was that just like chatter that was happening there? I'm on the StreamYard chat, so hopefully I didn't miss anything. Hopefully I didn't. Oh, maybe similar to what Rochelle was asking. Okay, so then what can we bring to our community at this time from Oak Mama? All right, what can we bring? Whoopsie. Let me get that back. Let me get that back. This one. There we go. It helps when I pop it up so that I can copy it down correctly. Ooh, I'm kind of liking this. Okay, what can we bring to, plus I type much faster than I write at this time. All right, so I've got 5 questions. Thank you all so very much. All right. Let's see what else I've got. Okay. Oh, and how can we move past personal prejudice? You know what? And then we had CCAT came in too with How can we lessen the burden of everyday life? So if you guys are back next week, please bring those questions. Those are really good questions. These are, just like Emily just said, these are all really great questions. All right, let's get to shuffling, shall we? So I am going to have, let me put the chat up over here. And as I shuffle, I want to concentrate on these questions and make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, it's getting harder and harder to shuffle every week. I know I say that every week, but, oh, and then I forgot to say this one. What can we bring to our community at this time? That was from, oh, come on, I want to make sure I make a note of that. Okay, there we go. All right, so as we shuffle, what is important for us to prioritize this week? How best to navigate this post-election energy this week? How can we move forward from things that are causing us blockages? Ooh, that's a challenging one. Uh-oh. Let's hope you don't get my shadow coming out here, guys. Will the world calm down now? Oh, we can hope. What can we bring to our community at this time? All right, I'm going to run through those one more time as I riffle shuffle now. I do this thing. I hand over hand, and then I riffle shuffle. What is important for us to prioritize this week? How best to navigate this post-election energy? How can we move forward from things that are causing us blockages? Will the world calm down now? And what can we bring to our community at this time? And from this teeny tiny little deck, we are going to pull a card. All right, here we go, my friends. We have a court card, and it's a wands. So this is our third week in a row that we have wands. Not at all the card that I would have expected. Elle was sure trying to get us a justice card this week. I would have really loved that one. Is it going to be the moon? Ooh, yeah, I mentioned shadow. That would have been a good one. Ooh, Jennifer Ball. Hi, Jenna. Nice to see you. Okay, what do you guys think? Instant reactions? J to the U to the S to the T to the I. Elle's our cheerleader for justice. Sorry, Elle. I guess we'll have to work on that. All right. What do you think? Oh, who did somebody else sneak in here on me? Hi, Shanti. Nice to see you. Great card. This is the bitchy card. Interesting, Emily. You see it as a bitchy card. I look forward to hearing more. Yeah, Page of Wands. What? I'm starting to have some ideas formulate in my head, but I really want to know what you all think. The magic stick awaits. Let's work some magic, right? What do you think? Sighing, wands, yay. You know, I remember a time in Playdate when everybody was wishing for wands, you know, and you know what I say every week. Doesn't give us what we want, it gives us what we need. Else, he best be going to fetch justice. Enthusiasm. Oh, mama. Yeah. I'm sorry, Elle, the disappointment. You'll have to deal with it, I guess. So, all right. Rochelle says, I think this is the perfect card for this week's energy. I'm thinking I'm kind of getting it, you know. Thoth, Princess of Wands, is an active young person, says Tammy Pie, grabbing the tiger by the tail. Chris says, lots of new ideas and enthusiasm about starting something new. Need to try to have staying power or we end up with a backlog of unfinished projects, right? Let's see. Corvin, I'm always here for some fire energy. Exploration, keenness to learn and grow, says Richard. Let's see here. New ideas and projects. Yes. Belle says in the Tarot of Prague, the Page of Wands has a bird's nest on his head. What's not to love? Okay, let's see. Yeah, keenness to learn and grow. Wearing his Sunday best, says Robin. Yeah, he's all dressed up. Like he's ready to get fancy, right? So the initial meanings that come to mind when you see the Page of Wands. Plus, you could draw another card for the message the page brings if you want. Oh, speaking of actually another card, Yeah, I have not done, I don't typically do that with pages, Tammy Pie, but I've heard that that's a great way to use them to really pull. Oh, okay. Well, okay, that's interesting. I pulled out my melanated, and this was the first card, but because that last week we had the 10. So we've kind of progressed beyond the 10 of Wands, moving on to our Page of Wands, which is beautiful, dare I say. Look to the future with determination to achieve. Yes, Anne. The Page of Wands is so vibrant and flirtatious and youthful, so in the shadow side, it can also be petty, moody, bitchy. So Emily was explaining for us from her earlier comment why the Page of Wands can be the bitchy card. Oh, I need to hide that or you're not going to be able to see those. Discovery, says Oak Mama. Yep, I got the melanated right here, Jackie. Shanti, enthusiasm for a project, but not knowing how to start. Elle says, a moment ago it was dark, but you found a match to strike and so can begin to navigate what's ahead, right? So what I love about the look of this page, it feels like this particular page has such a look of determination. It's like, okay, planting this wand and really, to me, has an optimistic feel for the future most of the time, right? I don't see a lot of hesitation in this particular card. Elizabeth says, new desire, new identity, exciting news. All right. Robin, the Page of Wands is bringing a ballot the Ten of Wands forgot last week. Oh, dear. Well, things are pretty much decided there, I think. Let's see. Oh, hi, Mendy. Nice to see you. Rochelle says, I think it is the perfect energy this week because of both the upside of new hope and enthusiasm. However, the shadow of not being too full of unkind passion. Am I reading that right? I'm not quite sure if yeah, more Wands. We're hanging out. We're all feeling really passionate and fiery and or maybe creative, right? So we're gonna deal with these Wands. We're gonna tackle them. Emily says, I see optimism too, Jen, confidence and pride. I feel this person will manifest whatever they go for. Exactly. And I was just talking, was it Elle, you and I were talking about like I often see the page as being, the seeker of knowledge, or they want to learn, they want to grow, and they're just getting started. Oklahoma says, this would definitely be a positive card for your home business question. Ooh. That's a good point. Yeah, we can still bring Tammy Pie's answer to her. So I was going to read a question. Thank you guys for clarifying that we're not doing readings today. Richard had said, the wand is sprouting and growing, even in arid desert ground. Anything is possible. I need to lift this up when I do this. Other instant thoughts. Elle says, old fears have gone and room has been made to discover a new sense of confidence and spark for life. Yes. So you're able to take this and apply this card to your question. You did plant it into my subconscious as I was shuffling those cards. So I guess we can give you an answer after all. What else do we have here? All right. Ooh, the chat over here is scrolling much, much faster. Come on, StreamYard, catch up for me so I can highlight stuff. All right, there it goes. Now we're moving along. Let's see. TCAT, the Page of Wands represents inspiration and adventure. It has a very similar energy as an Ace of Wands, as in new ideas and projects. It encourages to try new things and let your spirit soar. I love that. Rochelle said, what I mean by unkind passion is being in a youthful, reactive state with others in this political climate we are in right now. Ooh, thank you. Pamela's asking, what's this? Sorry, I'm still getting used to the StreamYard display here. What is the significance of the feather in the cap? And we are going to talk about those symbols for sure. I love diving into those. He looks like a street surveyor by the Great Pyramid, says Robin, right? Myrna says, enthusiastic, a free spirit. She's ready for an adventure. I love that. Okay. Thanks for modding for me, guys. I really appreciate it very much. I could only see what's happening with it in the chat because Elle said something, so I appreciate that. All right. Any other, just kind of before we dive into actually looking at this up close and diving into the symbols, are there any other thoughts that immediately come to mind? Do you think creativity? Do you think adventure? Do you think this is saying it's time to move forward? Is it time to pause and reflect? What are kind of some additional first thoughts that come to mind for you? Sean says, pay attention to the youth for new ideas. Ooh, that's a really great way to look at it. I so often tend to forget to look at the court cards as actual people or being representative of groups of people. I tend to be, and I know that's kind of unusual. I think a lot of people do that first. I tend to always look at what aspect of me this is representing, and it really expands what I can do with tarot if I remember to look get over myself and look past myself and look at who else these might represent. So I appreciate you saying that, Sean. Emily says, I feel the phrase brave new world comes to mind looking at the way the person holds themselves as well, right? It's very, very good posture, like standing up very straight. We're ready to move forward. Essence 818, hi, name. Tom Hanks in Castaway, when he managed to get the fire to spark, he's like, yes, I make fire. Right? Tammy Pie, clear skies, like it's all open for what's coming. Yes. So let me pull this. If I'm missing, by the way, if I miss anybody's comments, it's because I'm working in the StreamYard chat today, which is still a little bit new for me. So please know it's certainly not offensive or not offensive. It might be offensive, but it's not intentionally offensive. All right, let's take a look up close and see what you see. And let me know if you see anything in this card that you don't usually. There we go. We got some nice focus there. So we had earlier, I think it was Pamela asking about the feather in the cap. We got the fancy clothes Robin was alluding to earlier. Now we do have some mountains in the back, so it's not completely smooth terrain. We've got a cloak of green and red here. And then I'll also pull up here. I love this purple cap that our Melanated Classic page is wearing. You hear Vaughn hobbling into the room. My dog Vaughn, the one that you always hear barking, had to get a splint put on his leg yesterday, and it's about like 4 times the size of his regular leg without the splint. Poor thing. I can't help but laugh every time I see him. I'm a cruel, cruel dog mom. Oh, wait, I want both of these. All right, so let me see what you guys said here. Oops, wait, what is that? There we go. Elle says, confronting habitual fears that bring a sense of freedom and intimate possibility or infinite possibility. I'm guessing you mean there? Yes, I love that. The red feather for creativity, says Emily. The salamander's on his tunic. So did you guys notice that? Wait, this way, Jen. This way. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't hold them both in my hand and do it. There we go. Which I'm not sure I would have really recognized that those were salamanders, but it makes sense. It's so much more obvious to me in the king than it is in the page. So thank you for pointing that out. He's looking at the buds at the top. I saw somebody, or Tammy Pie said that, right? So it's like he's looking up at maybe the potential for growth that's here on these ones. Lots of warm tones, and he looks very well dressed. Yes. So Val had noticed the same thing that Tammy Pie did, that he's looking up at the tip of that wand. That's almost regal attire. I know, poor Vaughn. It's really sad. I shouldn't laugh, but I have to laugh or I just feel so darn bad. Robin says, he looks like he might be waiting to hand the wand off to the knight that is to come. Yeah, maybe they got a bit of a relay race going on. Chris, the boots look like they have seen better days. I mean, so our page has been, working and walking and doing stuff, right? So maybe that's good. T-Cat says, if I can keep that from scrolling too fast, I always see the Page of Wands as this crazy teen experimenting with hair and clothes and taking that wild road trip without thinking about the consequences. Truly impulsive and creative at the same time. Oh, I like that. He's on a journey, says Oak Mama. Salamander's turning somersaults. Jackie says it reminds me of the Three of Wands. Yeah, this posture and this holding on to the wand. I completely see what you're saying there, Jackie. Oops. Let's see. Wait. Come away. Sarah says, yes, and the salamanders aren't always connected like the full Ouroboros, so he hasn't come full circle. That's an interesting observation. Hi, Lori. Nice to see you. Neem says he's looking at it like, if I did this, I surely can do so much more. So kind of look at what I've done so far, and there's potential for more. Oh, I love that. Welcome back, Simon. Glad you didn't miss too much. Elle says, energetic, playful, open-minded, and focused on achievement. Love that. Grab your notebook, Simon. So is he going to go back and watch me on 2.0 until he gets caught up? Because that's always fun. I already talk fast enough as it is. So what are salamanders symbols of? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out the handy dandy ultimate guide to the Rider-Waite-Smith, which is so great at pulling out the symbols. I know I don't want to make Simon scramble to grab this right now because I know, oh wait, I guess the pages are probably in the, where are my court cards in this book? All right, so there were the majors. Okay, we have kings, queen. There we go. Wait, okay. The staves and wands, I get the queen, and then I get the king. They do this in a funny order. Knight, and then there's the page. All right, you guys have probably like already answered this. Salamander equals fire, says Oak Mama. But let's see what it says here. 6, the salamander's in a circle. According to the legend, the salamander is an animal that can pass through fire without injury. All this time, I did not know this. That explains. Okay, can you see the epiphany that's happening right here? I literally did not know that. Where have I been on the other wands cards? All right, the closed circle. Positive aspect could mean reincarnation, and the negative could mean circular arguments and repetition, walking in a circle. Very interesting. Okay. All right, let me take that there off the screens. Thank you, Jenna. All right, so let me see. Oh, can you guys all hear me? I just noticed that Mandy said she was having sound trouble. All good here? Let me know. Let me know if there's a problem. What other symbols do we want to dive into? Okay, so maybe it's Mindy's thing. Okay, thank you guys for confirming. I appreciate that. All right, other thoughts. So if I look at, maybe I'll look at one and hold one. Ooh, no, I can do that. There we go. All right, so I want to see in here, in this particular card, I wonder what they say about the mount. Oh, those are not mountains, those are pyramids, according to this book. Interesting. Okay, let me scroll this up. And I want to hold that. Okay, so here it says the pyramids, they're kind of two takes on that. One, a sign of wisdom and science, mystery, and the proximity of the gods, proceeding and according to plan, spiritual activity. Also could represent grave robbers, plunderers of the pyramids. I don't really feel like this page is going to be a plunderer. And then second, generally a symbol of coming to a point, energy transformation and neutralization. Also, peak experiences and high points, task of raising, lowering, bringing together on a new level. Now that, for me, much more screams Page of Wands at me. But that's my choice and how I want to take that. So then Chris says, I think the Page of Wands can be the type that wants to see the results and maybe isn't so keen on doing the hard work. That youthful and sometimes immature enthusiasm often wants to skip the good bit. Immediate gratification is often a problem that the young experience. Of course, I have that problem too. That means I'm young. Let's see here. Is the feather in the melanated the same color as in the RWS? I think it is still red, but it's just a deeper red that we're seeing here. So see there? So both of them are red for sure. Okay, I think, let's see here. How am I managing to scroll, read the book, read the chat, and hold up 2 cards? You know, sheer force of will. I also don't want to look like an idiot. I try really hard. Anyway, yeah, skip to the good bit. That's me too. Like, who wants to do the work? Who wants to? But we often have to. And the journey sometimes is often more valuable than the destination, right? And so this page needs to just kind of get over it and be willing to march forward if he ever wants to get to the level of the king or she. Simon says, the page for me reminds me to be the first to stand up and not hide at the back or run with the pack. That can be really hard to do because that feels like such a vulnerable position. But the fire in the wands really, I think, can help foster our courage to do that, right? But that's a really great point, Simon. I like that. Sarah Waterchild Tarot says, red feather reminds us of the fool too. Yes. Did I read the red feather? And have I already forgotten that I did that? Because that would not surprise me, not one little bit. The red feather. No, I didn't. So the red plume or flame, positive aspect, full of enthusiasm, burning for a cause, prepared to set oneself great goals. Ah, the three pyramids maybe being the goals in this card. That's interesting. Negative aspects, misguided zeal or idealism, lack of understanding. Okay, so this is already starting to kind of lay some groundwork for how we might answer some of the questions to come, isn't it? T-Cat says, that is true. I also see the Page of Wands the same way, responding to Chris. You can have multiple projects going on at the same time, but none gets finished. Oh, I have a problem with that. I like to start projects, but finishing them is a lot more work. So seems like I'm not the only one that has that issue. So are we ready to start looking at some of our alternative cards and answering some questions? Any other thoughts on this before we do? I'll take a quick sip of water. Let's see what our alternative deck. So if we have anybody new here, the way that I do this is prior to play date, I randomly, using a random name generator app, select 5 of my RWS themed decks from my collection. And that's what we do. Hey, could you not hit the poor Hobbly Vaughn. He doesn't know where his paw is, so he bumped the camera. Poor thing. All right, so my first alternative one is the Anna K Tarot, a favorite of mine for sure, especially with, and when I first got this deck, I was like, oh, or saw this deck, I thought, oh, the expressions on these people are so funky and weird, and I'm not sure what I think about it. And then I have grown to love how emotive they are. All right, trying to figure out how I can best put this back together. I might leave the book out too, just in case. We'll set that over there. So here's our Page of Wands from the Anna K Tarot, or Anna K, depending on how you like to say it. Let's give you a nice close-up look. So this page looks very youthful to me. I love this kind of looking over the fence. Again, needing to be propped up a little bit because they're short. But I love that we still have like this youthful enthusiasm is kind of coming through here for me, but we still have the fancy dress that a few of you had noted in the earlier original version, right? So we still have a very fancy dressed page, right? Okay, Vaughn could fully take, he really could. So if I suddenly look like I go crashing to the floor, that's Vaughn bonking into the tripod. Ooh, I don't have Crystal Skull today, Tammy Pie. It did not come up, but it's in the mix for sure. Robin said, all dressed up, wand in hand, and prepared to get ready to act. That was kind of in reference, I think, to the previous one. Oh, we have some love from the Anna K. Patrice says, I love their weird little faces. Me too. Looks very curious, says Patrice. Cute. Oh, there's another one. Curious, cute. Robin, watching and waiting for something to happen, for someone to arrive, or looking for the party, says Sean. He is like, ooh, what's over there? we'll bring the question in. We like to look at the card first, and then we will answer our question. I think Oak Mama is our page of wands today. Like, let's get to the good stuff. And I say that with love, not criticism, okay? Just to be clear. Childlike enthusiasm, says Naomi. Sarah says, I get a sense of feeling left out. I'm too young to play with the big kids. Right? So maybe they're looking at, gosh, I wish I was bigger. I wish I was taller. I wish I could play with them. Yeah, that could very well be the case there, couldn't it? Elle says, it reminds me of that photo showing the difference between equality and equity, the shorter person being given more boxes to stand on to represent equity, as opposed to all just having one box. And I know that photo that you're talking about, right, where you have people of different heights and they're all given the one box to stand on, but that doesn't necessarily help them to see over. So the equity is making sure that everybody can see over the fence. That's interesting that came to mind, but I totally get why it did. Tammy Pie is wondering, is the grass greener on the other side? It's like, do we have this sort of looking out longingly? Or to me, I see like this page is, it seems to be like within castle walls or something and looking out at the world beyond. Like, what's out there? What's in that great big world? Yeah, like Jackie said, wistful. That's a good way to describe what I was kind of saying there. Pamela says, I like that he's not allowing a wall to obscure his vision, right? So he's found a way to see over that wall, even though without assistance, he may not have been able to. Another great observation. Responsibility versus fun. Yes, Oak Mama. So Simon has used that in training sessions, like that equity versus equality. That's a good one. I have only seen it recently, too. Chris said, yes, Elle, it's not enough to treat every single person the exact same. They need to be given equal opportunities. Yes. Patrice is saying our page is imagining an adventure outside the wall. So Ella's just given us a whole new way to look at this card. Right, Simon? T-Cat says, it looks like he wants to go somewhere he shouldn't. This is the moment of curiosity killed the cat. Ooh, could be dangerous out there. All right, looking for new opportunities, says Sean. Neem says, looking at something that is soon to be yours, but you haven't reached the level of maturity to inherit it yet. Well, that's another great one. You guys are bringing some good stuff with this page. He's a page, that's his job, but something has grabbed his attention, right? So maybe he's like not focusing on what he should be because he's out looking at other things. Another interesting one. Hi, Justin. Nice to see you. Thank you. It's temporary. Emily, I get a feeling of entitlement here. I don't think this person doubts themselves or their capabilities. Okay, that's interesting. They're like, hey, I'm a big kid. I can do this. Right? Sorry, you'll have to just not mind my color commentary on everything you all say, but it brings to mind so many wonderful thoughts. Oh, sorry, Mendy. I'm sorry your internet is having issues. Okay. Chris says, looking for an exciting new adventure. This page of wands craves adventure. Yes. Okay, a big kid. I am a big kid now. Right? Okay, so do we want to answer? Oh, we've spent 10 minutes on this one card. Do we want to answer our first question? Actually, before we do, let me because I love the Anna Kay book. And I want to, it's interesting here that in the book, even though, I guess she calls them rods instead of wands, but same thing. Okay, so the Page of Wands, I just think this is a great book. This is the first, the mass market edition was the first one I had, but it was the first guidebook that I actually read cover to cover. And I just love the simplicity of the messages that she brings. So the Page of Rods, like the other pages, asks us to cultivate a certain mental attitude or to inwardly prepare for certain ways of acting. In this case, he invites us to develop an open, curious attitude that is as free as possible of prejudice and to be curious. Only then can new impulses, open doorways, and inspirations be recognized and accepted. Tip, if you remind yourself of the different overall topics the four suits address, be easier not to give you, that's a tip on just how to read court cards. Never mind that. So, she's definitely picking up or intentionally bringing that curiosity, right? Okay, Sue, our first, wait, it's not there. I didn't write it down today. So this is what I get for changing things up. Okay, so our first question was from Emily. See what I did here? I'm feeling pretty proud about this right now. What is important for us to prioritize this week? So how would you answer that with the Page of Wands? Thoughts? I'm awaiting. And while you guys are thinking, I'll share a couple of my thoughts. So what is important for us to prioritize this week? And I think it is those things that inspire us and make us feel curious. What's going to get us excited? We've just been through a whole 10 of Wands time where we're feeling tired and maybe overburdened. So how can we put down all of those wands and just hold on to the one that we need to propel us forward? So that's kind of what I'm thinking. It's to find those things that make us curious and excited. But I want all your thoughts. All right, so Robin says, look over the walls that separate us, perhaps. Oak Mama, adopt an open, curious mindset. Yes. Chris, out with the old and in with the new. And how can we make the most out of the new opportunities? Thanks for appreciating my banner work here on my thing. Let's see. Tammy Pie, start planning your home business while you're inspired. Yes, Tammy Pie, we are answering your question. I love that. Thank you for going with the flow on that one. Yeah, I love this idea though, Robin, what you had said too, like look over the walls that separate us. I think that's very cool. Uh-oh, hold on, banner problems. Let's bring it back. All right. I can't get too fancy or it all goes to hell in a handbasket, you know? Elle says, looking into the future, or looking to the future, celebrating but not putting down our torches. This is not the end, but the beginning. Let's continue to trailblaze and forge new paths and opportunities for all. Yeah, we've just kind of reached kind of a big moment, you know, especially here in the US, but it affects the world. And, you know, the work isn't done. We don't just say, okay, we did it, we're done. No, this is the opportunity now. We have to embrace those opportunities and figure out how we can best move forward. So I love that. Let's see, am I missing anything else? Emily says, maybe we have to prioritize our interests, creative hobbies, passions, and foster our education as we grow and develop. It's the new moon in Scorpio on the 14th, 15th, so it's a good time to manifest. Oh, I did some good release work with this last full moon, the blue moon that we had on Halloween/Samhain. And I am definitely looking forward to being able to manifest some new good stuff. Let's see, to manifest, it's a good time to manifest things that we have emotional ties to, or to look into why we have those feelings about whatever it may be that we are passionate about. Chris said, Jen, you can make the question a ticker. Oh, that's a good idea. Let's see here. Let's hide this. This one is not giving me the option to do that. So there's something going on there with that. I've seen the option before, but I don't know why it's not. Oh, let me do this. Scroll like that. Aha. Thank you, Chris. Good little StreamYard. Then I can still show comments like this. Oh, so smart. Thank you, Chris. So Richard says, seeing where we are and where we can achieve and what we need to do to get there. I did not make moon water, although Richard, I did charge up my chalice well water. So technically it's moon chalice well water, but I just stuck it under the windowsill. But I didn't make new moon water intentionally. So, all right. Hey, I couldn't do it without the help of my friends, Jackie. But I like this because I know a lot of people have come in and said, okay, what question are we on? Or have forgotten the question. So I appreciate that. All right. Any other thoughts on that before we move on to the next one? All right. I'm going to edit this so it will scroll and save that while you guys are. I'm just prepping for the next few questions here, so I don't have to do that each time. Okay, there we go. Oh, and it says ticker. Okay, that's really helpful. All right, so our next alternative deck I have we'll probably be bringing it somewhat back to basics, is the Modern Witch Tarot by Lisa, is it Sturl? Sturl? I think that's how you say it. Let's see what we've got in here. And maybe I'll bring that little book out too. All right. We have Page of Wands. Okay, so she's really similar to our original RWS. Sorry, I promise I'll show you eventually. Just trying to keep things from getting too messy. Anne had said, look towards new opportunities that may be denied you at present. Yeah. Okay, so here is our Page of Wands from the Modern Witch Tarot. So let me pull this up and we can take a close look. So she has, rather than a feather, she has a red, come on, focus. You know you want to. She has a red scarf in her hair. There we go. I love her cute little overall dress. She is also looking up at the tip of the wand there. We have our pyramids in the back, and then we also do have over on this side, we do have some mountains, a little bit different than the original. All right, so if we look at this one, wait, there we go. Wait, I can't do it. Oh, the mirroring with that's the one thing that still gets me every time. So what do you think about this one? Any initial hits that make you feel differently than you have about the other cards? Tammy Pie, ooh, the more I see this one, the more I want it. Running shoes. So, okay, so Robin noticed that she has, rather than these boots, she has these running shoes. So maybe she's more, okay, there it goes. Maybe she's a bit more active, right? So we have our old school boots, or we have our running shoes. Anything else that you notice? What do you feel about the expression on her face? So let me pull that back up again. You know, to me, she definitely looks optimistic and hopeful, which to me is a little bit different than the curiosity that we saw in this one, right? I feel like there's more of that. There's even more an expression of hope, even than I feel like we see in the original. But I don't know. What do you think? Robin says she's in a marathon. Tammy Pie says pages are earth. Notice they are standing steady on the ground. So bringing that earth element into whatever suit that they are in, right? So earth of fire, is that kind of how we say that? Is that the right way to say it? Or is it fire of earth? No, I think it's earth of fire. I think that would make more sense. Corbin agrees. She looks hopeful. She's calmer. Yeah, she does really seem like just calm and collected, looking towards the future. So maybe we can get straight into, since there's not a whole lot of different elements in this, I keep going to look for the questions that I wrote down, but they're not there. You know why? Because they're here. I put them in my thing, in my thing. All right, so our question, how can we best navigate the post-election energy this week? So how can we best navigate the post-election energy this week? Now, this kind of comes right back to me, the idea of looking toward the future. And I feel like we were kind of answering this a little bit earlier as well. But let me see what you guys think. So Pamela said she seems to be very present and aware, taking it all in. Just kind of commenting on the card before we get to the question. T-Cat, love the jumpsuit. Looks like she's just about to go paint, renovate, or soothe, or something else creative and innovative. Yes. Hi, Amy. Nice to see you. I'm sorry I missed your chat with Jilly yesterday, but I'm going to watch it back because I had appointments, but I'm looking forward to watching it back. For those of you who don't know, Amy Strength Reverse was hanging out with Jilly Little Zen Crone yesterday for Wine and Tarot. All right, so answering the question on how we can I'm waiting for it to scroll so I can read it again. This is helpful. How can we best navigate this post-election energy this week? And let's see here. There we go, from Corbin. I think focusing on the work ahead, but holding on to that optimism. Right now, you know, I've seen some comments in the community. You know, there are people that are celebrating. There might be people that are unhappy. But thinking about what we can do next, how can we best move forward? And taking a moment to pause and reflect on however you're feeling about this is great, but let's keep our eye on the future. Elle says, the dungarees give me the playful, creative vibe. She's ready to do some arting, but she's not bound to it, not wearing something more restrictive like full overalls. Ah, interesting observation there, Elle. Tammy Pie said, keep your feet on the ground. There's work to do. Yes, keep those running shoes on. Don't take your shoes off. Exactly, Myrna, right? Put on our running shoes. We are not done. Robin says, tie up your hair and get on with our work in response to the question. Yes, exactly. Oak Mama, stop and take stock and get the lay of the landscape as you decide how best to get to the goal. Rochelle, I think yes, be open to new opportunities and being enthusiastic of what the future holds and not too reactive to others that are not in the same energy. That is a great way to interpret this, Rochelle. I love that. Chris, by looking ahead and knowing that the craziness this week and indeed until January has an endpoint, right? Also recognizing that there's still some things to move through. We're not quite done yet. Emily says, I feel like she is really alert and very keen to take action. Although she's not moving now, she's totally ready and not resting on her laurels, right? She's standing strong. She's ready to look towards the future. Quickly get that stick into some water so you can flow. Is that kind of what you mean there, Paul's Tarot Tent? And then Amy said, time to gather energy and decide how to direct it, right? So take a moment to pull that energy in and allow us to be inspired. I agree, not being reactive to those you disagree with. And that can be really difficult. That can be really difficult. All right, those are some great answers to that question. Thank you, everyone. All right, I'm going to take a sip of water and we'll pull the next card. T-Cat said, we can best navigate by being curious where the future will take us. Let's not be too prejudiced since the open mind and optimism will lead us to the possibilities that there can be. Yes, Lori Kramer. Hi, Lori. She is dressed more for the work ahead than the first card. He was more ready to party. I guess that's true. Like when you look at like her sort of, she looks like she's ready to get to work. And this one's like, yeah, where to party at? That's a good observation. I like that. All right, my next alternative deck today, bringing back an old classic that's been around in my collection for a while now, the Accessory Veto Tarot, which is one of my favorites. All right, let's see what we've got here for our Page of Wands. So this one, it reminds me a lot of the one we just had from the Modern Witch, actually. Sorry, spoiler. Spoiler. Okay. This is our Page of Wands from the Accessory Veto. So let me pull this up close. So this one's pretty clear from far away, but I'll give you the nice close-up look so you can see her expression. Look at that fun expression she has. I think that's so cute. I love the fire flame, or the flame on her shirt. What do you think? What does this make you think? I was like, yay! Me too. Yay! Love this card. I do. Any other thoughts on this? Could you type? Oh, and I got to get rid of that other banner too. I might have to ask somebody else to type the name of the deck. I am out of banners. I am out. But this is the Accessory Veto, and the way that it's spelled, SASURAIBITO. It's really hard to see that with the gold, but you don't have this one, huh, Sandra? Interesting. She looks ready, says Elle. Yes. Sassy. Yeah, she looks sassy. Like she totally, so a lot of people call this the sassy burrito, for those who might not know, affectionately. Since it's called Accessory Veto, it turned into Sassy Burrito. And she does look sassy. I feel like she's really embracing the sass, right? Okay, so Gigi spelled this correctly for us here, Accessory Veto. Thank you, Gigi, for anyone who would like to know. That helps. If you put it in the comments, I can just highlight it, and I don't even have to do the work. I appreciate that. Patrice says there's more attitude in this card. Looks like she's ready to take something on. Yes. Emily says, I totally get popular high school student Mean Girls character from this card in her expression. You do? I get that. I kind of wish you hadn't said it, but I see it. So thanks for that, Emily. She's like, you can't sit with us. Oh, no. Neem says she looks so confident. She is definitely summoning the horse. Action is imminent, right? She's like, okay, I'm ready to take this on. Turning into the night here pretty soon. Did I miss something that Oak Mama said? Oh, the sassy. Okay, got it. Let's see here. She looks like she wishes you would. She looks like she wishes you would. Oh, I might have missed. Wishes you would what? Anne says she looks self-confident and on a mission to achieve. Yeah, to me, she's just like, oh, I'm going to do this. Like, bring it on. I love the attitude in this. Miss Attitude. Yes, Myrna. Let's see. T-Cat says, ooh, I would so want this deck, but don't know if they deliver from England during the Corona chaos. Actually, so Stacia Burrington is here in my local area. She's about 20 minutes south of me. But I don't know. I think she has, she might have it on Etsy, maybe. I don't know if anybody knows where it is these days. Tammy Pie, I like that she put a flame on her shirt and red hair. Yeah, so rather than having the feather in her cap, she's got the red hair going on. Chris says, I love how she is wearing her fire for everyone to see. That she's not hiding it, right? But she also looks ready to do the work. It's almost like the combination of the two other cards, or kind of versions of the card that we've seen. Corbin says, I don't see mean girl, I see confidence. See, that's been my original take on that as well. Attitude is, did it? What's next? Yes, I picked that up as well. Love that. Yeah, I don't want to see a mean girl in this, but I understand why. Some people might see that. Oh, I wish you would is what Oak Moment. Thank you, Neem. A catalyst of change, says Elle. Okay, it's on Little Red Tarot in the UK for those who are interested. Thank you, Chris. Then you don't have to deal with all that international shipping nonsense. Essence, she really does look like, don't believe me, just watch, right? It's that old concept, right, of hold my beer. I mean, she looks a little young to be saying hold my beer, but that's the attitude that I'm perceiving. Oh, thank you, Elle, for the link there for Stasia's Etsy shop. John says the last two cards match more the original Golden Dawn titles. Princess of the Shining Flame, the Rose of the Palace of Fire, Princess and Empress of the Salamanders. Interesting. Thank you, John, for that. Robin says, hand on her hip, ready to go. All right, so let me see if there's anything in this book that we might want to. I just decided it's easier to put it down. my arms do get tired. Let's see here. I need to get like a card stick or something, but then I think I would fumble with it and just make a mess of it. All right. Oh, tiny writing. This card is full of youthful, optimistic, and creative energy. It can represent a catalyst for change. Didn't somebody say exactly that? I feel like somebody said that. The young woman I've illustrated here is bright-eyed, inspired, and wears a flame insignia on her chest. Her hair is also fire. So very intentional there. Like, think of your creative spirit as a fire. Therefore, it needs fuel, wood. Throw some wood on your fire. What inspires you and gets you all worked up? Go get you some more of that. As a page, this card can also signify a message, the arrival of news. So Tammy Pie was saying right at the beginning of this, like we could pull another card at some point, right? If you draw a page to figure out what message that page is bringing. All right, so let's answer our third question. Here we go, which is, how can we move forward from the things that are causing us blockages? Ooh, I think she's ready to deal with that, don't you? How can we move forward from things that are causing us blockages? And in the meantime, I'm going to catch up. Oklahoma's got some beer in the chat for us. Rochelle had said the Page of Wands is the earth of the fire sign, so I look at them as more of a grounded and passionate youthful energy. Ooh, I like that. Emily said if Taurus met Leo, it could be a pretty fierce and determined combination, right? So to answer the question, how can we move forward from things that are causing us blockages? Yes, burn them. Anybody have a cauldron? I have a cauldron. I want to burn this. Like, let's burn it down. Don't be kidding, Chris. I love that answer for that. What else do you think? How can we move forward from it's embracing the things that inspire us and fire us up and get us passionate. Sometimes we can feel really passionate about things and we let that get us into a space where we feel immobilized and frustrated and kind of enraged or raging about things. And if we can embrace that passion and fire and use it as a catalyst for change to inspire us to move forward, think of the change that you could affect and the things that we could get done if rather than sitting there, we say, yep, hold my beer, right? Okay, let's see what you guys are thinking here. Jackie says, be confident and trust yourself. You can do it. Yes. Embrace your creative side and get lost in it a bit. And this is something like a lot of times that can be very cathartic and it can bring us down from being in a place where we feel stuck and we feel blocked if we embrace our creative energy. And some of us think, talking about me here, I'm not that creative, and then I don't even try. And then I find that even if I do a little bit, even if it's just putting stickers in my journal, I can still look at that and it makes me smile and it actually makes me feel inspired to use that journal more, even though I just put some stickers in it. Not that hard, right? Patrice says, this card reminds me of something Bernetta likes to ask. What is alive in you? What's igniting your fire? Yes, good question, Bernetta. Robin says, take a stick, swipe it away, bat it away. I like that. You've got a tool, use it, right? Anne says her power is to will, be determined. Oh, yes. Oak Mama, find out what lights your fire. Someday, Chris, maybe you'll get to see it. If we get to meet up in Glastonbury, you'll see me hold my beer, right? I mean, I feel like a good beer in Glastonbury would be a lot of fun. Rochelle says, creative energy is channeling divine energy, in my opinion. And girl, you can do it too. You are so creative. Elle says, harness that whimsical page moment where you're able to catch your bearings one by one. Put your armor on and step foot into the minefield. Your power lies within you. Ooh, you guys, I'm feeling so inspired. Thank you for this. Thank you. Jackie says, get over that wall. Use your wand as a pole vault. So another way to use the tool at your disposal, right? T-Cat, you got to think outside the box. This page is a specialist on that. Yes. Yeah. Oh, don't. Okay. I need to not go shopping in her shop. I need to not go shopping in her shop. Tammy Pie. All right. Wonderful, wonderful answers to that. All right. We have 2 more decks and 2 more questions. All right. Let me take that one off the screen there. Okay. Next one. We're going to get deep, folks, with the Marielle Tarot. Never know what I'm going to get with this one because I haven't used it that much, so I'm not quite as familiar with the images. But it's on my to study list, that's for sure. I probably won't try to get the book out because I know there are a lot of words in the book. Okay. Ooh, this is fun. All right. We've got some excitement over the Marielle here from Corbin. Did Emily say something that I missed? Oh, Emily had said, use sacred fire or anger to fuel advocacy for environmental, political, and humanitarian causes. Yeah, embrace that fire. I'm telling you. Okay, so here is our Page of Wands from the Marielle Tarot. Tell me what you think about this beauty. Oh, does it say Mary up there? It says Marielle up there. I didn't even realize that until just now. Now it's interesting. She has a sword, right? Isn't that what that looks like? All of this energy. There is a lot going on. So she has a sword in one hand and a wand in the other. What do you think? Chris says, I do love me a bit of Marielle. Such an awesome card, it says Rochelle. Yes. I mean, all this red, it just screams fire, doesn't it? Yes, exactly, Corbin. Gorgeous fire energy there. That is so stunning, says Emily. Yeah, this is beautiful. I'm loving this. Actually, while you guys are kind of telling me what your initial thoughts are, Does this feel like, I feel like we've taken the determination that she had and we've amped it up about 30 notches, right? Like she is almost to that night level to me with the intensity in her eyes, right? Can you see? But yet I say intensity when I'm far away, but when I look closer, she seems very calm. And is that a dove or a bird on her forehead? What is going on there? Thoughts? Oak Mama says, fire and roses really says earth of fire. Yes, it does, right? What's growing out of that? Neem says, this is my most challenging, my most challenging deck in my collection that I love for reasons I cannot explain yet. Yes, I get that. Okay, here we go. She is a knight in training, says Oak Mama. Thought behind her actions, deliberate. Yes, Amy. Oh, don't jump, come back. She looks ready to take on whatever comes her way. Yeah, she looks prepared. She definitely does. Chris says she is flying her flag, demonstrating purpose and belonging, and her sword shows she is ready to fight for what she believes in. Right? She is going to take some action. This page is not gonna look over the wall and just wish she was doing something. She's gonna do something. Yeah, it does look like a dove, doesn't it, Rochelle? Robin, she almost looks like she's going to cry. I thought that for a minute when I looked really close at her face, right? She does feel a little bit, but it's almost, I don't know. It's a really interesting expression that she has on her face. She's carrying a banner. Yes, she is. I can hear the band playing. She's marching. This is Tammy Pie. Yeah, I can see that. Like I could feel that movement in this card. Patrice, deep internal observation. Myrna says, she looks sad to me. Perhaps she knows what's coming, right? So maybe it's, even though she has this fierce determination, maybe it's like, okay, I need to take action, and maybe not all of it is going to feel good, but I know it needs to be done. What does the Marielle book say? Okay, I wasn't going to do it, but you know what? I feel like I have to. Let's see here. So I'm going to just put this down while I flip to the right page here. Emily said she's in the purest essence here. I see innocence too, though. I'm getting Greta Thunberg vibes. I don't know who that is. T-Cat says, I don't know why, but to me, this looks like she would be writing or being in a rally. Yeah, she does look ready to fight. And then Pamela says she looks vulnerable. Isn't that interesting how we're getting so many different emotions from this one single card? All right, I'm getting it. I'm sorry. I'm just so excited reading all your thoughts here. Okay, so this is, I think, in numerical rather than suit order. So here, okay, the tarot court. Okay. Okay, I'm going to read this. We have time today. I think we're doing all right. So I'm going to kind of, people who have belief will always be stronger than those who do not. The Page of Wands was inspired by Joan of Arc and represents the great things that can be done when one is moved by faith and acts on what they were divinely inspired to do. Every person is born with a purpose in life, some large, some small, yet who is to judge these things as large and small? And when you follow that bliss that you were meant for, you will be moving with the current of the universe and will be able to achieve the seemingly impossible and miraculous. She carries Joan of Arc's sword. The king had offered her a sword, but she refused, instead requesting a sword her voices told her was buried behind the altar in the chapel of Saint Catherine de Fierbois. It was found, and thus she took the symbolic arms not of any country, but of God. She also had a standard made with Mary, Jesus, God, and angels, presenting a fleur-de-lis symbol of France, but also a sign that God is presenting you with a special mission in life, just as he sent Gabriel to present Mary with the white lily to announce that she was pregnant with the Son of God. Okay, so then we're getting further here. I want to get to the flowers. The flowers are the nature of wands, brilliant, intense, and beautiful, but their petals soon fall. Innocence and life are temporary, but are so sweet and beautiful beyond words. The strength of this card is not physical, but spiritual, and it can change countries and move mountains. Whew, a lot of good stuff in there. Okay, and then I saw the chat flowing by me here. See, Oak Mama, Joan of Arc. Good call there. Rochelle says, I see youth or innocence in her eyes as well. We fight the flame as soon as it sparks. Takes much effort here. Simon said, I appreciated seeing the Marielle card in more depth. I hadn't given it much attention before. It is a great thing about Tarot Play Date. Oh, Mama, I'm shook. Maybe I need to put this deck on my list. It is powerful. Okay, so our next question that we have that we're going to answer with this card, this should be fun, is will the world calm down now? So if you look at this card, do you think the world is going to calm down now? I think maybe not. But what I think this means is that we have an opportunity here to really look inward and dig deeper, right? And be ready to stand up for everybody's like, nope, right? I can't look at this and say yes. I just can't. Now, if I looked at, I don't know, one of the other cards, maybe, but I think we need to be willing to recognize that this is an opportunity for us to continue to affect change, right? And we need to be passionate, but not unreasonable, right? And yeah, we need the fire to light us and to keep us moving and to keep us mobilized in ways that allow us to do that. But I want to see what you guys all think here. Corvin says, it's not going to calm down, but it will change. Yes. It's not the time for calming down, says Oak Mama. It's for rallying those forces and change the world. Yes. Patrice says, no, but we have a new spark here. Lots of work to do, says Tammy Pie. Yes, exactly. Myrna had the exact same thought, right? Rochelle says, I agree. I feel like we're on the brink of change, and that is difficult. It's not going to be easy. Change has been sparked, said Jackie. Oh, it better not calm down. We got to keep pushing boundaries. We got to keep elevating the voices who are still being silenced. We got to use that spark to stand up and fight. Yes, 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 yes. Emily says, absolutely not calm down. We need to push, absolutely. We need to rewild the planet. Rewild? Rebuild? Rewild? I might be slightly missing something there. It seems like we're all pretty much in agreement about the answer to that question. See, Soki, we can do yes or no questions after all. So that one was from Soki, as you saw. All right, we have one more. This is a deck I don't think that's made an appearance in Playdate in quite some time. I mean, I guess they all rotate through, so I don't know why I say that, but TCAT, no, it will not. The world will find new ways to work, and that can be totally liberating. Exactly. All right, we're going to turn that ticker off there. I have to be careful what I say when I say things. Relight, maybe. All right, so I have here the Steampunk Tarot. So this is a deck that I've had longer in my collection than many. It's a little dark, but hopefully you'll be able to see it. Wait, we'll move you over there and over there. Okay, so let's get our Page of Wands. Okay, I'm going to be really interested to hear your thoughts on this one. And it said, yeah, I think, yes, the world can calm down if we keep a cool head and look with creativity towards the future. So, and a different viewpoint. I like it. All right, so this is our Page of Wands from the Steampunk Tarot. So I'll pull it up close so you can really get a look at the expression, what's going on here. Oh, she's got a weapon of some kind there, doesn't she? Kind of reminds me a little bit of this Page of Wands, just with the kind of, although she's looking down, which I find is really interesting. The Danilov Tarot came up last week, actually. Robin, it came up with our 10 of Wands. Yeah, like Elle said. Yeah, she's looking down, but not, right? So she looks like she's looking down, but to me, she's looking upward, right? Through her lashes, maybe. Let's see if we can get that to focus. You see that? Oh, she's giving us some side eye. Can you see that? I know I'm shaking a lot, but can you kind of get the side eye? She's like, I see you. Right? Looks like she's saying, what WTF are you looking at? Yeah, Patrice, right? She has her eye on us. Exactly, Oklahoma. Oh, TK, you just got this. She looks a bit pensive, says Tammy Pie. Rochelle says, I feel like she is examining her path, like, thinking about her options. Third Eye Monocle. This reminds me of Tarothon when this card was used. Oh, in which session? It's all a blur. It was a very long night. Patrice says, it looks like a challenge is coming our way. The Bruce Lee side eye, is he famous for that? Okay, speaking of eyes, we've got hair in mine. Okay, there we go. Is it a tool or a weapon? Asked Jackie. So this thing over here, right? I feel like she's got like this armor kind of attached to her arm, right? That's okay, Robin. But it did come up. So if you watch the replay, you'll see it. It's actually, I just put it up in my thumbnail. I showed that card actually. She's scary. Don't cross me, Suzanne. Yeah, she is. Like when I first saw her looking down, I thought, okay, what is that? Is there some kind of passiveness to this card? But then when I look at it up close, I don't feel that at all. But do any of you feel that? Do you feel like there's a passiveness to this card? She stands alone, but is not, right? Well, TK coming in to say hi. We almost got through a whole tarot play date without a meow. Oklahoma said that wand could be a tool or a weapon, right? And I mean, and that's the case with any wands and any rods. Like all of these big sticks can be weapons, can't they? But she comes armed with, yeah, this and this. So that's really interesting. Any other thoughts on this before we answer the question? Ooh, Richard says, she looks like she's waiting for someone in secret, like a secret agent about to find a mission. Ooh, yeah, she's a spy. I like it. I have a thing about spies. TK says hi back to all of you. Oak Mama, no, it looks like she could explode into action at any moment. Yeah. T-Cat, this page looks like she has that mischievous look, and her left arm is something she has created for herself, right? So maybe that's where her creativity and her unique approach to resolving a situation or preparing herself. Al said this could be a walking stick, something for you to lean on and keep going. Yeah. Or a crutch, right? Depending on how you look at it. Neem says this page looks like she drew a line in the sand as if she thinks she can do it on her own, the youthful attitude. Yeah, it's almost like she did that thing with her toe, right? She's just going to like draw that line in the sand with her toe. Like, go ahead, cross it. I dare you, right? Okay, so let's get our final question here. Oh my gosh, so funny. I think at the beginning that I'm never, like, I feel like I'm moving along too fast and we're going to not even come close to running out of time. And then, okay, so from Oak Mama, we have, what can we bring to our community at this time? What can we bring to our community at this time? So how would you answer that question with our Page of Wands? Thoughts? I'm thinking being willing to stand up for each other, right? Be willing to stand side by side, be willing to take it on, right? So that's something that I'm kind of thinking. And maybe we have to think creatively and we have to approach things with a bit more intention, right? We're not necessarily, we can't just sit back and expect that everyone is going to feel supported, right? We have to speak up and stand up. Rochelle says, passion, love, and enthusiasm for going forward with our dreams. Ooh, yes, bring that to the community. Let's inspire one another. I love that. Co-creative ideas. You can contribute in various ways, right? You know, we've got a whole mix of people in this community. We have people that create content. We have people that contribute in other ways, right? By coming to Tarot Playdate and sharing all of your thoughts, or being in our Facebook groups, or you know, doing your own things. Okay, TK is like literally here. Okay, come here. Come here. All right. What? Oh. let's not mess up my connection here, buddy. All right. Myrna says steadfastness, not willing to act like things are solved. Hearts and minds need to be changed. Yeah, I think we have a lot of that. Elle said, yes, standing up, being a crutch to our community members who are needing support, needing their voices elevated, right? And we don't have to be a crutch even so much as just a support, right? They don't have to lean on us so much. We want to empower each other. We want to empower those, especially who feel like they need their voices to be heard. Jackie, be there for each other. Teamwork. Oops, TK, the chat jumped on me, could you tell? Tammy Pie said creating decks and videos, like just continue to bring the creativity and the inspiration to the community, right? Virginia is talking to TK. Any other thoughts before we move into our reversals? I feel like a lot of the questions that we've answered previously too really can apply to our community. At least that's kind of my take on that. All right, last chance for thoughts before we turn this thing upside down. All right, we got nothing. Okay, so when not everybody reads reversals, I say this every week, but even if you don't read reversals, you may find your card in a position of being, say, in a spread position where the energy is being challenged, or it's a blocking energy, or when you just know that reading it upright, even though it's literally upright, might not bring the right energy or context to your question, right? Bye, Sean. Thank you for being here. So when you see the Page of Wands reversed, wait, there we go. Sorry, I'm looking at my little app here. What do you see? You know, do we find ourselves, okay, I've got this. Now I have a cat in my lap. He's making it extra challenging here. But, you know, are we finding ourselves blocked in that energy to move forward? Is it literally just now, rather than being open and ready to move forward, are we in an opposite situation, or are we maybe not having the right intentions? What do you think? I'm going to see, because I don't read reverse, wait, there we go. I don't want to cover my face. Because I don't read reversals all the time, I'm getting a little help. Oak Mama says, setbacks. Rochelle said, oh, you were already adding shadow side. Don't apologize. You can, there are no actual rules here. I just do like to bring it into focus in case we don't chat about that. So that is totally fine. Let's see here. So, oh no, please don't step on the computer because who knows what will happen. Okay, bye-bye, TK. All right, so reversed. Okay, so maybe we are lacking inspiration. Or maybe that fiery energy is coming out in a non-cooperative kind of way, and it's coming out in a more temperamental or angry kind of way. Emily said, oh, actually here, Time Pie, holding on for dear life, right? Like if we look at this physically and literally, like he's gonna fall down if he doesn't hang on to that wand, right? Emily said, I definitely think the more challenging aspects of the page is that I mentioned earlier, such as entitlement, bitchiness, aggression, could come out here. Exactly, especially when that fire is firing. Well-tempered Claire, hello. That's a new name for me here. Unaware of potentials and possibilities in front. So not having that vision, right? Maybe here, you know, this particular page is just not able to see over the wall at all, right? When this is reversed. Tammy Pie says, having the ground taken out from under you. Yes. Being too impetuous or too quick to make judgment. And spontaneous indignation can be childish and fickle. So really bringing out that immaturity that we can potentially see in the page. Oh, you guys are good at this. See, this is why I just wait and I wait for your comments to flow in. Chris, reversed, impatience, can't be bothered with anyone or anything that isn't on board with his purpose or phase that he's in, right? So really being in that place where, well, if you don't agree with me, then I'm not even going to bother, right? Or, ooh, that's a terrible saying, but yes. TCAT, reverse, lacking structure, nothing gets done, being radical and not thinking through. This can also refer to a creative block or coming out as resisting the new, not being open to those new opportunities. The fringe on the boots become the crowns when we turn, whoops, when we turn it upside down, right? So Maybe we're not thinking logically with our head, even though this isn't really an error thinky kind of card, that can still have an impact, right? Elle says, I wanted justice, but after this play date, I feel like the Page of Wands fits perfectly this week. Doesn't it though? I tell you, every week we get the card we need, not always the card that we want. You guys have done a fantastic job. All right, so before we move on, you know we got to have an activity. And I love, love, love seeing when you guys bring the activities into Playdate. Kay, hello. Oh, thank you, Kay. That's so sweet. Emily had said, so determined that they resort to devious means to get their way. So still kind of talking about this reversed aspect. Corbin, tell your internet provider that they should not be interrupting Playdate. I like having you here. So we all agree this is a really good card for this week. So how about a little tarot activity for us all? So as I do every week, I will post this activity in the description box below this video, as well as in the Tarot Playdate Facebook group. I will also post a link to this video so that you can refer to it there. And boy, I didn't have to scroll very far because this is just below our Ten of Wands activity from last week. This is one that I created. All right. Bring on your judgment, it's fine. So our Page of Wands activity this week is called Let's Tell a Story. This page loves a good tale. Draw 3 cards and lay them out in a row. Create a story from those 3 cards. Repeat as you work your way through the deck. If you want to make it more advanced, add more cards at a time to make it more advanced. So this page is really focusing on the creative, or this activity is to kind of focus on the creative aspect and bringing that into your tarot practice. So if you want a good little tarot challenge and you want to connect more with the page, let's tell a story. Or tell a story. I did not mean to pronounce it like that, but you get the idea. Anyway, my friends, thank you so, so much for another fabulous play date. This was, as always, one of my favorite moments of the week. Sometimes I get a little worried about the card that come up. It's like, I don't want us to stall out, but we never ever do. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Have a wonderful week. Embrace your creative energy. Let your fiery passions propel you forward. The work is not done, but we can approach it with enthusiasm and optimism. All right, until I see you in the next one, I am sending all of you much, much love. Bye.